All right, let's try this out. All right, let's see here. That's not what I wanted.
Why is it that being a black man means you have to be somebody's stepdad?
All right.
Be somebody's stepdad.
These are out of this world. Get it, Gary?
It's an Aldi thing.
What is that about?
All right, I guess it is working. You guys can hear me. You guys can hear the TV in the background. I know you can hear me. Okay. 11 by 15-inch watercolor paper, double glued. Keeps it pretty sturdy, pretty firm, pretty straight when I put the paint on it. And we're gonna continue on with the grist mill. What is a grist mill? Good question. I guess they make grist. I don't know. All I know, aesthetically, I love the way it looked, so I decided to paint it. You guys don't see the total picture of me when I pulled the tape off and I inked in certain spots that are going to be pretty much black. So hey Billy, I guess I could swing the camera over for a second to show you this is what it looks like when I pulled the tape off and I inked it in a little bit. Whatever else I'm going to add, I'm going to add in the painting stage. Okay, so I guess what we are going to do, I'll concentrate on the sidewalk, the wall, and the wall on the other side. I'll try my best to try to keep it as true to the original. The original I have up above me. I'll show that to you too. You guys won't be able to see it unless I turn it this way, and I'll just go upward. And there it is right there. All right, that's it right there. All right, it's in black and white. Okay, let's bring this back down and let's turn her back. I gotta remember to go the opposite way, and we'll put it right there. I think you guys can see it. I think you guys see it fine. All right, so this is, hey Sonia. Okay, old grist mill, 11 by 15-inch double glued watercolor paper. Okay, I glue it twice, or I glue two sheets together because it keeps it straight and firm and all of that. I shifted it over because we're going to just concentrate on the wall, but concentrate on the sidewalk, and then we'll go over there on the other wall. Okay, down below on your lower right, you'll see the little cap of glycerin. You see white, black, red, blue, and green. And we're going to mix up some interesting rock color, gray colors and everything. I'm going to show you a pretty neat way of how to do a brick wall, especially the one that I see here on this mill. All right. Oh, it took you how many days to get free emojis? I don't know if your computer was on the affirmative action plan or something like that. It took you a while. You know, did you have to write a release letter or something, Sonia? Okay, let me stop teasing Sonia. Let's get on with this mill. All right. So we are going to first let's get a acceptable gray. We'll take this little brush here. We'll just dip into a little green, go into its color opposite, which is red, not much red, and we'll cancel it out there, turn it a little brownish. Okay, now I'm happy if it's a little bit of green in it. That's cool. I don't mind. Get a little touch of white. Okay, that's more than a touch. Okay, you see it's a little bit on the green side there. It's all right. Get some more red. Pop the red in there. It will slowly cancel each other out. Okay. And now you see this weird brown color going on there. can get that lighter and lighter and lighter if you would like. But I'm gonna throw a little black in there. Okay. There. Okay. So we'll keep it at that for right now. Water or glycerin? Water or glycerin? Let's try water today. We'll get a little water, we'll loosen it up a bit. Okay. We're gonna do different variations of gray in this too. 2 weeks. Yeah, that sounds like the welfare plan there. 2 weeks. All right, and we'll just block it in. All right, we'll block it all in, and we'll continue on from there. Now, what I'm showing you, by the way, is really a traditional way of painting. There's no wet on wet style or anything like that. This is pretty much wet on dry, traditional type of painting. Okay, I know yesterday I told you, for those of you who were here yesterday, when I painted that black in the grass to give it a little depth, see that little thin line of black there? There's a little bit of here on the other side. All right. And that's basically all you would need, because the tape will take the rest. Okay. I'll pull the brush toward me, because this brush, even though it's being battered right now, it still keeps a reasonably stiff edge. And if you notice, I'm not really painting all of it in, because there's going to be some lighter and darker spots in this. Okay, so let's take a little black. We'll cover it over here. And all it does is just make whatever color you have darker, as you can see. Okay. We'll get a touch of water in there, loosen it up a bit. Now, this is watercolor, so obviously with it being wet, it's going to sink into the paper, and that's fine. That's cool. I will come here from on the edge here. Get as close as I can to the edge, scumble it in there. Okay. I'm painting right across the tape also. Just gathering some more. Getting different tones of this color. And just put it in there and trail it along a little bit. Oh, let's get a little bit of white. We'll put it right here. We'll lighten up some of this gray. And we'll pop some of that in there like this. And just let it just be all patchy and everything. It's all right. Oh, let's get a little more white. We'll put it in there, lighten it up a bit there. All right. All right. We'll come here on the bottom and kind of play around with it in there. In here. Let's play around with some of that on the bottom. In here like this. I know it looks kind of odd for right now, because there's really no guidance, no shape or anything to this yet for right now. There will be. Just hold on a second. We'll come up around here. And there's a bush in here anyway. Okay, let's get a little touch of water. Go in this dark area here. Now, different mediums, different painting surfaces give you a different look also. Even though I'm using watered down acrylic paint on this paper, essentially it's just like I'm doing watercolor with paint that does not lighten, it just darkens. Okay. All right. Something like that. Let it be all scratchy and you know, wear it down in bits. Let's take a little more black. We'll come in here. Okay. And we'll come up around here. Get a little darker up in here. Right now I'm just establishing a spot of shadow. All right, touch of black in there. And the black is mixing in with the deeper gray regardless. So it's never truly a true black anyway. It's all right. I'll put some of that in here too. Trill it around a little bit. Okay. Oh, yeah. We'll keep it like that for a second anyway. While that's looking like that, let's do the sidewalk. I'm gonna get a little more white. Just put it in here, and we're gonna lighten up this gray just a bit. All right. Get some water. Loosen up the paint a tad. Hey, Linda. What's going on? Good to see you guys. Okay, and we'll just do it the typical cement color, that lightish gray going on here. I'll be a little careful. Okay. All right, and we'll just kind of make it solid, one color, if I can. At least I'm gonna try. And once again, different painting surfaces, different type of results. I think I got enough of this color to keep one color, but we'll find out in a second.
Now I'm going to stop and talk about something.
If you know you have to cover a pretty decent sized area, make sure you get almost more than enough color so you don't have to try to remix that color to get it perfect. Just blend yourself enough of it. And as you get more comfortable with blending colors and such, then you can take the remaining colors, you can mix it in to get something else if you have to, you know, stuff like that. All right. All right, I'm gonna go towards the edge here. I know I got very little paint left, but I want to at least get the edges done, then I can fill in all the rest. And make sure you try to cover everything. Don't worry if it looks splotchy, because remember, you got to let the paint dry. Okay, so you're gonna get damp spots and all that, so it's okay. Sodite, it's sodite. Okay, let's clean this brush off. Let's go back into here. So we're gonna establish a little bit of perspective now. All right. Oh, let's take a regular brush here. All right, we're gonna go into some water, go into our black, and we're gonna loosen that black up a bit to an inky consistency. All right, like this. All right, inky consistency. Roll it around a little bit. We're gonna establish shadows of these bricks. Now, this is straight black, so it's gonna show even through the dark area here. All right. Good to see you. What we're gonna do is that this, obviously this brick is coming in at a curve going into the building. Okay, and it is a perspective kind of a shot. Kind of keeps your eyes pretty much going toward the building, because we have another one on the other side over there. All right, so let's take the tip, and we're just gonna very Some parts are thin, some parts are thick, like this. Make it kind of rough, but you're going to follow the angle, the curve of the building, at least for a certain amount of this. For a certain amount. It's hard to explain. I'll do it this way. It's curved going inward, right? But on the bottom, there's a slight curve. I'll do it here. On the bottom, there's a slight curve, very slight. Okay, just like so. In the middle, believe it or not, right here in the middle, I'll keep it, I'll wiggle it a little bit. In the middle is a straight line. I'll twist the brush as I'm doing it, like so. Let's get some more black. Now, anything above that straight line, it's got a little curve. Anything below it, got a little curve going the other way. All right, so we'll kind of play with it here. And we'll kind of keep it somewhat as straight as possible. It gets a little wide. Come out here. Keep, and they get a little narrow. They're wide here. Okay. And once again, I'll just stagger the lines. Some are thick. It's gonna just denote shadow. Okay. Getting some more paint. All right. We're gonna come over here. Wide over here, and it gets a little narrow. Gets a little. The lines get a little closer. This way. And we're gonna do it again. Another little curve. The curve can be slight. It's all right. It gets a little closer. All right. And we got one more here. Thin, thick, thin, just like so. Come on in there like that. Okay. All right. We're going to take a little bit of this light color. Let's get a little bit of water. Some of this light color is like this. And we're gonna put little stains on it. The stains, the stains are gonna curve a little bit. So we'll come here, we'll put little curving stains like that, and they come down a little like this. All right. Okay. Just like that. I can take my finger, just give it a little wipe like that. Take your finger and just give it a little curve like that. Come on down here, just kind of curve it around. Come. Just like that. You keep going with it. So you got little water stains and stuff going on with it. Come down here. Okay. Just like that. I'm using the side of the brush because it breaks up the paint. See that? Okay. And come on up in here. Okay. Come out here. See, just make it all rough, stained up, a little worn, weather worn, like so. You can do this on canvas also. So if you're ever wondering how they make those interesting little patches and stains, you're looking at it. You can do them in different colors if you feel. All right, really up to you. Okay. Here, let me show you this real fast. If you want to add a little more oomph to it, what I did for the dark color, you can do with a light color, not as much. All right. Hey, Tamzart, how are you? So we'll do a few, here, let's outline the top a little bit right in here, really thin, outline the top, boom. I'll come up here a little bit, make a little divot, and keep it going like that. I don't have to do the whole thing. All right. Maybe one just below here. Okay, just a few. Okay, like so. You don't have to do the whole thing. Just a few to, guide your eye a little bit. The paint will break up on the brush by itself. All right, you're just guiding where to go. That's all. And I'm just doing this just to show you. Okay, you can really, really, really get into this, to all these slick little details. All up to you, how much of it you want to do. You remember with acrylic paint, even if it shows a little too bright, give it a few minutes. It'll die down. All right. Okay. So that's how you do that. All right. Okay. The sidewalk here. Really nothing spectacular about the sidewalk, but I'm gonna add some little worn out lines here and there. And I'm just using the side of the brush. Just taking a little bit of white. And I'll kind of blur that. Okay. It just add a little character to the sidewalk a little bit. Okay. Not necessarily in the painting, but it makes it look a little interesting there. Okay. All right. Let's take, while I got this brush, let's take us a little bit of gray here. All right. And we'll color in this slab here. Even on this little bit of slab here, you're gonna still denote a change in color. All right. We'll add a little bit of black to that gray. Just change the tone, change the color a little bit. And we'll put it right about here. So it'll still look like somewhat look like a step there. Okay. Something like that. We'll come here to the side. Just like that. All right, now I know you can barely see it in the painting because I didn't move it over. We're gonna go towards the other wall here. So let's slide right to the other wall, right about there. Okay, we have a curve over here on this wall. Pretty much the same deal as the larger wall. So let's get my previous brush if I can find it. Right here. Get some more water. Let's go right into this. We'll reactivate this color here. All right. We pretty much do the same thing. All right. And we're going to go right here toward the inside. Now there's a top to this because once again it is a curve, and I'm on watercolor paper. Watercolor paper doesn't absorb. It does absorb. I didn't coat this. I didn't prime it or anything, and it's okay because I got it double glued, so we'll be all right. Okay, let's take same color. We'll add a little touch of black in there. All right. And we're going to do this on the top just to give it a sense of perspective and depth. All right. Now it disappears, so
A lot of people will run around
that's like that.
broke. Y'all baby daddy broke.
All right. Okay. I could probably take the same thing and probably bring it. Well, gotta scrape downward here. And I'll go right from the bottom and go up.
If you say I went broke, great. Your baby's daddy is
Okay.
He didn't go broke. He's being broke.
Now, I'll clean the brush off.
And y'all gonna do another $2.
And let's get Mr. Script liner here. Let's go to a little touch of white into this gray area here.
Daddy broke.
All right.
You had a whole
Probably have to be a little brighter than that. So we're gonna go a little bit brighter. We'll do the grout or the stuff inside the bricks. We'll do it with this lighter color.
Why is it that nobody put up this thing? You know why all this stuff about
Okay. And we'll just kind of come right here.
everybody keeps talking about me and everything about me, but guess what?
And we'll kind of do something like this. More water.
Guess what you don't see any of my babies on.
All right. We'll twirl the brush around. And we'll do another one here, like this. And it's in perspective also. Now, because I know it's in perspective, it gets a little closer, and they get a little closer here and here. I know it's in, like I say, in perspective, so we'll do it the opposite way. We'll do one here. Come around, do one here. Some of it's thick. Okay, and it curves, it goes down. Come that way. Come on down. And we're gonna get a little bit of like that. Okay. You got your tones and your different values doing all the work for you there. Okay. All right. You didn't figure that I would get done with it that fast. All right. And just because I can, let's take a small. We'll take one of these. It should be okay. We can take a small fan brush. I don't know if this paint is too thick or not. We'll find out right now. I'm gonna come where you can't see it. Let's move it over. Let's move it up and over. Let's go up and let's move it over a little bit here like that. All right. All right. Get extremely close. Okay. And we'll pop a couple of spatters in there. You know, it's not bright enough. Let's get a little more white. Get some water. We'll stir it in there real good. Now be very careful when you do this. Okay. Now if it wipes and goes in the grass, you can just clean it off real fast. But get real close, and we'll put little grout things in the cement there, in the concrete. If it gets on the actual house itself, it's all right. But really, you want it closer towards the front here. Okay. Just cute little things in there. All right. Okay. I think that's about it for that. I like to see you guys talking about the different mills and everything that they have around. I think it's pretty cool. Okay. Well, let's pull back a little bit so you guys can see it. I know a few of you come in here now, so we'll pull this guy back. We'll come up and we'll center this guy a little bit like that. All right. Okay. And we'll pop the focus on it there. Okay. So we're starting to include this building into the scenery itself. All right. And for those of you, I did explain this to Sonia, which you're looking at right now is slightly worm's eye view of this mill, meaning that the photographer probably bent over on one knee to take the picture, so it's slightly tilted upward. So what would be vertical lines, okay, like this hand is this hand is this. What would be vertical lines is turned inward and out, so it looks like that. And that's what it looks like, and it goes, you know, upward. So your vanishing point now for this building is 3-point perspective. So your vanishing point is way past my board, but you also got your vanishing point if you look at the windows and the difference in the two types of building materials there. One's stone and one is wood. You see it's going toward this way, the other one's going that way. So you got 1, 2, and then you have, well, here you got 3. Okay, so you got 3 perspective points. Now, where's the horizon line for this? The horizon line, more likely, will probably be the bottom of the house or a little bit below. But it's probably closer towards, I'll use this. If I would gather, it's probably somewhere around in this area. Okay. All right, because if an adult is somewhere near here, okay, whoever's taking the picture is bent down near here and then looking upward, which is why you get this slightly obscure view. Okay, once again, that's 3-point perspective. Okay, so that's what's going on with this. And if you don't believe me, let's turn this way and let's go up. Let's go up, up, and there it is right there. Okay, some of you didn't see it, but there's the actual mill. Okay, I made a copy of it, black and white copy of it there. That's yonder mill. Okay, let's go on back down, down, and there it is. All right, let's bring this back this way. I gotta remember I have to go the opposite when I'm in the camera. All right, that's cool. Right about there. All right, but that's what we're looking at.
We talk about those guys who do cup calls. What if they like that? Why is it wrong for me to sit up there and say he's wrong and his wife is wrong by how they run their house? And you know what's funny? You make fun of people who have a cuckold relationship, but guess what? Those people who have a cuckold relationship.
DJ. Well, let's not put DJ on her knee. Okay. She already said we need that special crane for her to get on up. She don't have one of those $6 million knees. She should have called Lee Majors. You know, if he has some spare parts. All right. Now we get done picking on poor Sonya. Okay, the stone on the bottom here. The windows, well, actually this is wood here. Well, that's a window. These two are wood. That's a wooden door. That door has a step. This one does not. It goes right into the grass there. All right, I've got another door here. Weird. Then you got windows here. Yep, another door. And then windows here. And then who the hell knows? It looks like windows on the side there and windows on the side here too. Okay. All right. So let's get to getting. How are we going to approach what? Well, I know the stonework is white, but I'm not going to keep it white. It's going to represent white, but we're not going to keep it that way. Let's go with a little touch. A small touch of blue, little touch of blue, and we'll put it right here with this off-white weird color here. Okay, we're going to add more white to that. All right, and we're going to get some more blue. I'm adding blue in this just for interest's sake, and that's about all. Okay, now obviously it's a little thick and a little opaque. We're going into the water, and we're gonna separate. We're gonna just put the water down stuff right here. Okay, it's gonna look white, even though it's a weird funky gray with a little touch of blue in it, but it's going to look white when we're done because of all the wood. All right.
So I don't think that men sleep with women with both of the kids because they're easy. Because women without children, I've had sex with a lot of them. I've seen you with
Okay. And so we'll pretty much just start to paint this in, really. Now it is going to look obviously a weird grayish color because of the white of the paper. That's all right. And if it's a little too grayish, I can just keep adding water to it. So that's no big deal. It'll just kind of dampen out and do what you see it doing right now, which is fine. Okay. I'm not worried about water spilling into dried paint. It's not going to do anything, but just dry on it. Okay. That's the fun thing about making acrylic paint really watered down. Because as you can see, I can just keep rubbing it and it rubs the color away, and I can add all sorts of tones and stuff to it. So no big deal. And I can just take that and just wipe it away. It's no big thing. Wipe it away, make it go bye-bye. It's all right. But by the time we're done with this gray is going to look white. Our eyes tend to play painful little tricks on us. And remember, when you add white to it, be careful. Even though you water it down, it's still very chalky. All right, it's just the what they use to make the titanium white. All right, just like so. And this white's got a little bit of blue in it and whatever else. Here on the other side, this is actually the lit side. So be a little careful. I'm gonna add just a little tiny dot of black, if I can get me a dot of black in that. There we go. And we're gonna play with, this is gonna be the shaded side anyway. Okay. Right in here, be careful. And we're gonna paint this shaded side over here. All right. Usually with a painting that's, I don't know if I would necessarily this small, but you would need smaller brushes. Smaller than what I'm using. Once you get comfortable and familiar with it, you pretty much be all right. You'll be good. You'll be all right. Okay. Just continue it on. Yes, it has this weird looking crook in it, and it comes out and it juts out over here and it goes down like so. But for those who are very familiar with this type of mill or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, all the rest is is dark brown. All right, so it's definitely the shaded side is over here on this side. All right, okie dokie then. So we got some here. Let's do this too. I'm gonna water down this dark color here. I'll just water it down a little bit and see what we have. You can just put it right next to your other colors, and we're gonna get some slight shading over in here. I'm gonna just I will just tease some shading this way. We'll come over here like this, and we'll make it a triangular type of thing up in here. All right. All right. Now that's not really dark enough, and that's okay. We'll just take some of this and we'll do it again. You can always repeat the process. Okay. I just want to shade in a little bit of shadow there, only on the corner, right up in here. Okay, just a little. And once again, it'll be almost triangular, and it comes down in here a little bit, just like that. You can make it look a little rough. It's all right, and you'll see why in a second. Okay. Is Linda saying Saturn has gastrointestinal problems? I don't catch it. I'm looking, Does Linda gotta go to the corner, Sonia? I'm just wondering, you know. What does Sonya say? I'm asking for a friend. We're gonna get some shading on the bricks.
Isn't it great living when you are poor and you don't have any children to worry about seeing your boredom?
Okay. While we're teasing Sonya, we'll get some of the shadowing on the bricks, which has its own perspective. I'm gonna come here, and we're gonna really thin and thick lines. Okay, and we'll put them in here, but they're not as prevalent as the shaded areas. All right. We'll put them in here.
We have a bunch of women now who want you to look past
Okay.
and what they're doing with their situation. You ain't my mama. You ain't my daddy. You don't tell me what to do.
Just like this. Rough it up a little bit. Some of it, once again, is
Instead of being ashamed about their behavior, they
like so. And I'm gonna come down here and add a few, just like that.
56% of all women in the United States who have children by multiple
All right. We'll come over here and do a few there. Both kind of staggered a little bit. All right. They're like bricks that just been painted over with house paint. That weird type of texture to it.
but the majority of black women have never left their state.
All right.
Less their city. So if you live in the same town,
Much like that. We're gonna go a little darker. We'll bring a little bit of black in there, and this color already mixed.
what do you think?
I don't really have to add water to thin it out. I'll let it be a little choppy. And you come in here and you continue the same thing. All right, but it's just on the shadow side, like that. All right, I'm going to take some water, some more black. I'll just pour this brush in there, real thin with the rigger brush. There's an overhang on the wooded section. Right underneath, I'll take my hand, pretty much like this. I guess it would have been beneficial if I zoomed in on this part. Now, the way I got this camera set up
Finding out that somebody you like
is different. Very different. Let's keep this still for a second. There we go. Okay, I should have zoomed it in. Right underneath is as steady as you can. There's a little bit of an overhanging shadow in here. Get a little bit of water, thin the paint a little bit. Okay.
And then it's helping them become impoverished. And it's giving them an impoverished mind.
Just like that. So yes, you got a slight overhang on this guy. Being dark like that. All right. Okay. So as we're moving right along with this, I'm gonna show you a little trick here, because we'll probably do a little bit of glazing. Let's take, we'll just use the same small rigger brush. You have to be mindful of, this is watercolor paper. I'm just adding water, obviously, to the watercolor paper. Duh. And as I'm adding water to it, I'm not going all the way down with it. I'm gonna get this black that's in there. We're gonna give it to the appearance of it fading. Okay. Now, as I'm doing this, you have to be mindful of the temperature of the room. Okay. And then when you add the paint has to be really inky too. All right. Really have to be inked up. So I might be going over this a few times, maybe. Let's see how it goes. We'll do this one. I'll go right into the color itself, just like that. Okay. Usually I would have two brushes for this. And then I'll add water slightly into it and let it just kind of do its thing going downward. You'll see it kind of spider and do its thing. Okay. And you just really want it to fade downward. I'll just soak the brush and bring it downward. Little dot of paint there. There we go. You see how it spiders downward? That's what you're looking for. All right. Yep, let it spider downward. Let it do its thing. Get some color slightly below that and just let it do its thing down, going downward. These little watercolor tricks that you run into as you do it, and just let it happen. It's going to do it by itself. All right. Same thing here. Let it do its thing. I'm rinsing off the brush real fast. I'll just let it trail on downward like that. See? Instant shading. Let it happen all by itself. All right. Because these windows on surfaces are deep set, you're gonna get this type of shadow happening. All right. Okay. I'm soaking my brush in water. I'm gonna get a dot of paint. Dot of paint's right at the tip. Go into your black already, and it'll do it by its own lonesome. Just let it do it on its own. Twirl it around. Now, if I see that it's not dark enough, I'll just go to get another dot of black paint. It's already wet, so it's just going to trail down on its own little volition. And while it's wet, if I don't want a hard, like a hard cutoff, we just wear it away a little bit and just fade it away. And as you pull back, you'll notice it just kind of ease away on its own. I'll just put a bunch of water right here. Get a dot of black and just let it do it on its own like that. Little dot of paint. Just let it do it on its own. Okay. It'll just fade out on its own volition. I know this wood here, but it still has that same fade. We just bring it down part way there. As long as it's wet, let gravity do its thing. See? Just let gravity do it. It's all right. Now I got a lot of paint there, so I'll just go the opposite. Since I have the paint there, I'll just go down underneath with the water. Let it break up and let it flow. Let gravity do whatever gravity wants to do with it. Okay.
That's insane.
All right. There. If you don't want a strong cutoff, just fade it away. All right. Now here's the fun thing about using acrylic for water paint or for watercolor is that I know you guys are talking about a blender. I'm reading some of your crazy comments. Okay. It's that it's permanent. Once it's done, it's done. You got me. That's what I was referring to when I was talking about. All right. Let's add some, we'll do it this way. We'll add a little bit of blue. We'll put it in with the gray here. Okay. And we'll water it down. And
How many of you guys have done
we'll
things
come from the bottom here,
where you don't want your children to fall in those same pitfalls? Make those same mistakes?
something like that.
How many of you guys can do that?
I'll add a little water to it.
You don't want your children to make the same mistakes.
And this is a window too, so we'll
That
add
says, damn, I missed half the show. Don't worry, go over the rumble and see the rest.
like that. So we're getting a little sky color in there.
You don't want
We'll come up here
subpar things to happen for you.
like so.
Why do you want subpar things to happen for your child? And why
There's
do
a
you
reason why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it also.
want your child to have to deal with somebody
Because,
else?
you know, you got clouds and stuff happening there. Just like that. We'll just take some water.
You see, you just want
Okay.
feel and not
We'll just kind of let it do its thing in there. Now remember, this water will absorb into the paper, so don't worry if you feel you're adding. If you think you're adding too much, you're more than likely not. Now that I just did this, I have to wait for it to dry so I can do the other thing with this. Okay. The windows down here are fairly dark, so I add a little bit of black in that. Okay, and I'm gonna stir it around a little bit there. Actually, there's only one window, and that's this one. And like I say, it's a little on the dark side, so kind of put it in there like that. That one's a little dark, that window. Okay. Some of them are dark actually down here on the bottom. Why? Don't know, but I'm gonna put it there anyway. So, alright. Like this. Alright. The guys on the side are a little more reflective. Okay. We might even just really keep it that way. They're very reflective. Let's take some, we'll take some of this blue gray. Let's darken it up a bit. I won't go all the way with it. As I'm looking at the windows, we got like some stuff happening right here. Here, it goes here like that. We got a little something happening here. It goes across like that. A little curve up here, and it comes down. We got a little curl right here. Okay. We got some stuff happening here and then happening right here. Up above, not really as much. It's pretty bright. Fairly bright. Get a little water. Alright. Something like that. Alright, so we're slowly piecing all this together. This stuff is still wet. I gotta wait a second or two. Alright. Okay. The wood slats. We can use darker gray. I'll just get a little bit of black. I'll use this script liner. There's light wooden slats here, and here. And just be careful. Try to paint it as vertically as you can. I'll try to do this without putting my entire face in the way. Just like that. I'll come over here and do the same thing. I'm looking for fine lines, but I'm not looking for them to be exactly super perfect. Just give the appearance of wooden slats. Alright. There's one on this door also. Straight down. Straight down if you can. Very, very light. Let it catch the paper. It's going to do all sorts of weird things with it, but keep the direction. Alright, that's what makes it interesting. Keep the direction of it. We're not doing an architectural painting. Okay. That we're not doing. But keep it as close to possible if you can. I know some of this might be a little monotonous to you. And very, very traditional way of painting these things. All right. And very lightly, very light, very light, very light. Sometimes, as the German painter would say, you just have to fire in. Okay. Like so. Now, for me to add this much small detail to the painting, more than likely I'm going to be glazing a lot so you can still see the details. What I mean by glazing, either I'll use water or I'll use glycerin. Don't know if I'll use the glycerin yet. I'm still in the air about that right now, so I don't know yet. But we'll see. Okay, so we've done where there's doors. All right. Okay. I don't need a small brush as far as I can see right now. These are almost acceptably dry. You'll see what I'm going to do with the windows next. Let's take our tiny little brush again. Let's go into a touch of green. We'll put the green back over here. Small touch of red if we got any that's worth anything here. Looking a little sad there. Okay, there we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. A little touch of white in that. Now be careful when we add white. All right. Because remember what I said, white is extremely opaque. Okay, now I can use glycerin for this, but I won't. I'll just use water. I'm going to clean off my brush. Get it really watery. Really light, just like that. Okay. Very light for right now. We'll take, we'll go up here. No, we'll do it over here in the corner. And we'll lightly just paint that door in, just like that, and leave it be. You're gonna come here, you're gonna do the same thing with this door. Put it in there. If it's a little light, that's fine, because we can always do what? Go back and darken it up. And we most likely will. But now I'm using the acrylic like watercolor. There. Alright, leave it be. Don't worry about that going past it. That's alright. Let's add I'm going to add a slight touch of black to it. Very slight. I won't add any more white to it. One door is particularly, it's this one. One's particularly dark, and it would be this guy right here. Like that. Okay. We got another one that's particularly dark, and that would be this guy right here. Alright. And remember, this is soaking into the paper, so you're good. You're alright. Alright. That one's not as dark. This one is. This one is. So we're going to darken this one too. Okay. And yet you can still see the paneling on the door. That's the, let's do this one at an angle. Just because. Something different. Okay. Alright. Okay. Pretty neat. Alright. That's cool. That's cool. Let's go. Let's see if I can get away with this. We're about to find out right now. I'm going to go to my little Chocola white marker. White. Yeah, they're white markers. I'm going to try with the pen first. The pen, we should get away with it with the pen if everything's dry. We're about to find out in a second. Usually with paint markers, you kind of really got to make sure there's enough flowing ink to do what I'm about to do. And it does have to be pretty dry to get away with it. And if I'm able to get away with it, all the better. But let's just say in a perfect world, it usually works pretty good. I gotta get the paint flowing into the tip. There we go. A little bit more than that. Well, we'll see. All right, we'll freehand it. We're gonna come up on the top and put his little jailbird windows up in there. Oh, right from here. We'll see what it looks like. I think we'll be able to get away with it. I think so. If not, I'll go back over it again. But I think we might be able to do it. Very, very fine. Let's try that again. That's a little bit better. We got one down here. I'm still looking at the perspective. All right, still looking at it. I'm trying to get it as bright as I can, but not like, hey, I'm up here, show off bright. All right, let's come here and do the same thing. So I'm still gonna work at it. I think we're all right there, as long as you guys can see it. I love the color wheel. Color wheel's awesome. Now there might be some of you who might not want to be this detailed, but it's, you know, it's pretty good for you to try it out and do it. You know, it's fun, and you know, you learn a lot. One is patience. There was a point in time I would never do something like this because I figure it'd take too long and be too monotonous, blah 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 blah, and all that baby stuff. But no, it's actually pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Okay, it's got weird shaped panel things going on here. I'm not gonna do that. I mean, I'm going to do it. I'm gonna make it look like I'm doing it, but it's not. I'm just gonna make little representations of these little wood panels. It's called cheating. Okay, so I'm making like little baby bat wings through the whole thing, and I'll just cover it up with black, and then you'll see what I'll do with this. So I'm showing you guys how to cheat, and how to cheat and make it look decent. Follow that line though. Follow the line, because you're doing everything below the line. Okay, just like that, and you'll see what happens. Now I'm gonna do this really with glazing and whatnot. Usually I would do it with a black pen, a permanent marker. Okay, up here it's the same thing with the shading, like the windows. It's kind of smooth and some of it comes down, but we'll just do it with the glazing in the paint. All right, so we're almost, believe it or not, we're almost done with this freaking thing. All of this is just us coloring it in and me running my mouth, really. I forgot to do that side. Wow, wow. But that's all right. We'll do it right now. Get a little bit of water. Let's go into this dark gray over here. All right. Actually, it's fairly dark over here. It's not even white. It's actually still wood paneling. So I don't know if I want to do it like that. Let's hold off on that. Let's hold off on that. I almost forgot. I'm looking at a black and white picture. I'm like, no, it's not black and white. Okay, it's brown, but it's deeper, much deeper brown. Okay, let's go back to this. I don't need the Sharpie. I don't need to do that. All right. Since the light is more or less hitting this area of it, I'm more or less thinking really to use just water. I don't really want to use the glycerin too much, really, to be honest with you. So let's make plenty. Let's go into this red, pop the red in there. Let's make plenty of that. Let's get some red. Let's get some green going here. We'll make plenty of this. We'll kind of make a nice mound of that color. So as I'm looking at it here, I might need to add, well, we'll see. We'll add some white to it to see what we got. I like it, and let's lighten it up a little bit more. I like it and I don't like it. That might be a little more acceptable. Okay, now if you hear it, I don't know if you can hear it. You hear that guy screaming in the TV, but if you can hear that brush, what that is that's the it's like pumice in the titanium white. That's what you're hearing. All right, that's the cause for it being so chalky. You follow me? All right. So I did not rinse everything from my brush. I'm just making it very watery as a glaze right now. Okay.
So we have to look at people like Nick Cannon. Some women don't deserve your seat. No. But you have to understand what those women do. And Nick Cannon, what y'all don't understand is this. Nick Cannon enjoys having children. He has money to afford.
You guys are talking about interesting things in there.
He enjoys having pretty women and having babies by pretty women. What we're talking about here, though,
Okay.
is not those women.
Let's see if this is feasible.
Those women have a child by
All right, here we go. Now, if I leave streaks or whatnot, that's fine. That's gonna help us out for doing the wood paneling. All right. This is gonna be very odd because once again, this slight perspective, but we're gonna just do you follow the wood paneling as best as you can. Once again, I hope this is watered down enough. We'll find out right now. Yeah, we should be all right with that. We should be all right. And I'm gonna keep it as straight as possible. Okay.
Yes. You can get multiple baby mamas. Let me explain something about it. You can get multiple baby mamas in the middle of a horse.
And I don't let it do what it's doing.
You get multiple baby
Okay.
mamas by
Let's get this very light, and we're gonna build on this. We're gonna build on this. Let it do whatever it's gonna do. Let it happen. And we're gonna build our paneling and stuff right off of this. And you'll see.
Oh no, I didn't say it was this. I listened to some of you guys.
This is why you make plenty of the watered down stuff. You want it to be light, and we'll build off of that. Okay.
Why is that so difficult? Why is it so difficult? If I'm here talking, instead of writing something that I won't see, possibly won't see.
I'm gonna try my best to try to stay in the same direction as long as my head is out of the way.
You're right, spending time with that child matters. And I've never said that spending time with the child doesn't matter. The only difference is this is a discussion that we're having. Remember, I wasn't talking about women and the time they spend.
And the reason why I'm choosing the watercolor route is because not for having the white show through, but I really don't want to cover up the windows. Since I added all that work in the windows, I don't want to cover them up. So pretty much lazy than anything else. Okay, but that's why. Let's Yeah, you'll definitely see the texture of the paper. We're add a little bit of blue in that brown.
If I didn't condemn the women, then why would you didn't bring that up?
Touch of blue in the brown there. Get a little bit of that brown, put it in there. Be careful, because once again, it gets a little more and more opaque. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Just be careful. All right, we'll try it out with this, and we'll just put slats in there. Even if I have to angle the brush, yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Go straight down. Some of it's a little thicker than others, like that. Go straight down. I'm gonna guess a little bit more. Is this where I'm at, or is this where I'm at? I forgot where I'm at. Don't matter. All right.
But it's producing us a higher grade of child. Nick Cannon now produces us
All right.
Another black child that goes to a private school instead of a black child that goes to an inner city school.
We'll do this one. We'll shade this up pretty good, just like that. All right. I'm looking at this. I gotta make sure them curves are right there.
Who speaks English correctly instead of one who doesn't. Nick Cannon
So I have to be careful because I'm sitting at an angle. So I gotta make sure certain things are okay. Okay. Now a little touch of water. Come on in here. This is where I'm at.
write another comment in the comment section without commenting out of it.
Yeah, I don't even know what time I started. Somewhere around 8 or something like that. We're gonna do the same thing here.
Do it again. I just asked you nicely. Stop writing stuff in
All right.
the comment section.
Come on, this way.
You expect me to just read this and that. Only because I'm really good and because I see it. Do it again. Write it again.
All right.
Tell me again about how it's producing followers to marry. Go ahead. Do it again.
Oh, let's do a little bit here. Put a line in here somewhere. Right under the window here. Add some of this. I have to step up a little bit because of the way the lighting is situated. Straight down.
You come over here. I asked nicely. Don't do that.
Just like that. I'm not, don't cover everything. Okay? Don't do that. Try not to. Try not to cover everything. Keep rubbing away. You get some of that stuff off the bottom there. Fade it out of there. Don't worry about that. All right. We're somewhat in the right track. Let's take a little bit of black. We'll eke out a little corner of color right in here. Usually I would use a thinner brush for this. I'll pull this brush toward me best as I can. Try to keep a pretty decent edge. We're going to do the awning up there. The trim of the roof right up there. Okay. I think I must have knocked a screw loose. I have to check that out. All right. Right in here. I'll just kind of touch it here to see. Okay. Where am I at here?
I'm working and I can't go live with you, but let's talk about me. Anybody else?
I'm going to keep doing it this way until I get as close as I can to that edge. I'm using more paint than water. Okay. I'll use a slight touch of water. I'll go in there, loosen it up. I really want to do this for the benefit of a very sharp edge, to which I'm losing because I beat this poor brush down. like a red-headed
all the time have any kind of
stepchild. So if Red Riding Hood is in here, no offense. Tomorrow, always tomorrow will be a day away. Copyright strike.
want to take me a break, go get something to eat. Everybody else trying to make fun out my name. I think it's time for me to take a
There,
Maybe I'll
like that. Okay, okay. We will take Mr. There. We'll take Mr. Skinny Brush here. We're gonna take a little bit of, just a small bit of white. We'll come in here. We'll roll it up real quick. And we'll do the tippy top, which is a little bit lighter than what we put down, which might not appear to be, but we'll see in a second. I can see where my fingerprints touched on it because it bubbles up a little bit. It's just the oil on your finger. But it's all good. Roll the brush around in it a little bit. Another good thing about painting like this is that without using the glycerin is that it dries and you're gonna lay your hand on it. And with me being left-handed, trust me, I'm gonna lay my hand right on this paper. Alrighty then. So you guys can see that. Okay. Okay. Well, it's true. Let's take a little bit of black. Let's go into this. A little bit of black. We'll mix it up there. Get a little bit of water. Mix it, mix it, mix it. I'm going to come over here. You do have to make a distinction of it being on the dark side there. Alright. Sometimes you will you'll get little tears of the tape and such when you do these. Just work with it. My bad, I didn't show it to you. There. Alright, we'll show you what it looks like so far. There. Alright. Okay, we'll have a little fun with this in a second because all we have really is this to do. Okay. Let's take a little bit of white because I see that it's not thick enough. We'll see how steady my hand is now.
All right. Well, I'm glad to have you back. And I tell everybody the same line.
All right.
You give a shit, get the cash in.
We'll do it this way.
Thank you very much.
With all the titanium white. Because I still want to see the gel bars. If you want to get them very fine, you would really paint at almost a vertical angle to do these correctly. All right. If I did them at a vertical, well, you guys a little far away from me to see this. I don't think it's sharp enough.
Right.
There. Make sure I get my head out of the way.
Well, thank you, brother. I try my best.
All right.
I try my best not to make it.
Oh, we have one right here too.
So I try whenever I lose it to just try to stick with the facts of the point. Other than that, these situations, and thank you for doing this.
Very light touch if you can.
Another ratchet baby.
Because once again, these are very, very detailed, very tiny. Okay. Oh, we got some gel bars here too. Sonia, if you're still here, what does a grist mill? What do they do in here? They make barbecue grist. What do they do? Spanish rice grist. What's going on in this mill? Hmm? What they doing in this mill? Inquiring minds want to know. Let's take a 1/2 inch brush here. We'll take a little bit of blue. Let's come into this brownish area. We'll take this blue and this brown. Okay. A little more blue. Maybe a touch of red if I can get some out of there. Okay. Come on, you lazy bastard. There we go. Get a little touch of green. Let's bring some of that brown back. You gotta keep messing with it there. Nope. Definitely not what I want. Okay. Go back into our blue. All right, we're going to deal with that. This we'll deal with. We'll add some water to it. Be very careful using something like this. We'll water it down quite a bit. And I'm using a larger brush, so I really got to be careful. No, it's not wrong. No. No. There's no hard, fast rules for that. No. For an acrylic painting? No. It's an acrylic pen. Acrylic. For some of the details, I used a Sharpie marker, so no. Don't ever feel you have to stick to something like that. All right, the majority, 99.5% of this painting is acrylic. Okay, so no, don't think that way. Okay. All right, let's see. This is light enough. Oh, I think I may have gotten away with it. Let's see. I think I'll get away with it.
I don't know how to close this thing. How do I close you out?
Yep. Just a touch of water though. The paint's a little yeah, see, I would have preferred that a bit better, but that's all right. I just gotta be careful. Thicker brush, but it's all right because I can work with this. It's all good. I don't want to paint over the windows, so what I see, I like. Now that's cool. That'll work. That will definitely work. Let it dry. We have the same love going over here. We're almost through, guys. We're almost through. I'll use the corner of the brush here, right in here. We'll come over here. You'll see what I'm gonna do. Okay, right below here. Be careful and be as close to precise as you can. This is if you guys want to tackle something like this. You see the time involved in it. Okay, so you really gotta want to eat your Wheaties. if you want to pursue something like this, but you will definitely enjoy the results of it, depending if you want to spend this type of time with it.
I'm not laughing at you.
All right.
You came in and said you're going to have a real conversation with me, which means before I get my show started.
So let's come over here to darken that a little bit.
What I know.
Okay.
You just said I lied. What did I lie about, bro?
Okay. You don't want a wombat. But then again, to each his own. Maybe you really do want a wombat. If you want a wombat, I'll see you on the news. Just saying. Okay. Sharpie marker time. Let's play. Let's play. I won't do all of this, but let's play. Keep it straight as you can.
No, yes, I can.
I don't have to add a lot. I'm pretty good freehanding these, but I just want to add a little more wood detail. Have a little fun, especially up top here. And you see I'm playing with the light areas, dark areas. If you're not sure about the straightness of your lines doing them, all right, then don't do as many. All right. But as you can see, as I'm doing, I'm gonna just tear right through these. One, I'm used to doing them. All right, I've been a comic artist for quite a while, and the freehand thing doesn't intimidate me. But you got all sorts of cues to keep this straight. Okay, you see how it's starting to look now? And I'm using some of the dried paint as a guide. I'm using the windows as a guide. All right, so there's a lot of cues here to keep these lines level and straight. I'm not using my wrist like this. I use the whole arm to do it. You guys just don't see it. But that also helps you make a straighter line. Okay. All right. Up here, especially up here, usually if I would use a thicker marker, but I won't. I'll just keep doing over and over again up here. It's a little more heavily shadowed and shaded up here. This is a micro fine pen, so you really have to do it quite a few times. And I just want to get it generally darker in the middle. All right. You can come down here in the corner and add a few here. Like so. But really up here. You just keep building it. You'll slowly see it start to happen. All right. You'll see it. And then you see these colors in here. Just add some of that dark right in the lines of those colors. All right, that's how you build a little character to your Mr. Grist mill. All right, like so. But as you can see, it's starting to come to life more and more. Okay. A lot of fun doing these. Okay, let's come over here on this shaded side here. Now, because it's already pretty dark, I'm just looking at a few things. Now, because it's already dark, I'm just helping it out a bit. I'm not going to paint or marker everything in super dark. I'll see the light patches. I'll just keep the light patches light. Keep the light patches light. Ah, forgot a spot. Darn it. Let's bring that. I missed a spot. Something must have distracted me. That I would miss a spot. But that's okay. We just color it. It's no big deal. Pop it in there. Like so. I don't think I missed any other spots. Let's clean this brush off. This was one of my floral brushes. It's not a floral brush anymore.
That doesn't make sense. Y'all don't come and watch me because I'm in black.
All right, there we go. Come up around in here. Once again, it's pretty dark around where the dark areas are, and we're just capitalizing on that, really. And it's just straight lines, up and down, straight lines. All right. Okay.
Not the answer to why you are where you are. You're in a closet with women's shoes. That has nothing to do with me. But aren't you? Hold on. Why did you just say? So you thought it was okay to do it to me? But then you just said,
Let's see.
wow, when I pointed out
What else? What else? I'm looking. What else? I think we're somewhat good, to be honest with you. I believe I will just sign my name. Let's make the mess disappear here. And let me get myself situated straight here. All right. Let's go out that way. And let's kind of center this. And we'll focus it. There we go. I think you guys can see that pretty good. All right. I guess I should sign my name to it, right? That would usually. Oh, let's put it nice dark signature here on the corner. It's all right. Right in here. 22/11. Can you believe it's almost December? It's unreal. Okay. Peel it apart. I do appreciate you guys stopping in. The reason why the tape is ripping is because when I did the masking, obviously with the razor blade, you're gonna cut up some crap. Yeah. When you peel the tape away, you pull and go in the opposite direction. So if it does tear, it tears outside the painting and not inside the painting. All right. Now, I generally, hopefully, faithfully kept to the feel of the mill. Sonya will let you know. Creative liberties with the clouds, of course, but I think I've done everything else. I think I did everything else pretty good. Well, I'll leave that up to you guys. No picnic. Oh, that's right. I gotta add freaking bush. I forgot about the bush. Darn. I was getting happy for 0.3 of a second. I gotta add a bush, guys. I forgot. Thank you. Grind corn into flour. Thank you very much. I thought they made barbecue grist. Corn into flour. Very, very nice. All right. Thank you for that. For letting me know. Because I was wondering, I'm like, what the heck is a grist mill? I heard a general mill, not a grist mill. But now I know. Black, green, and blue. Okay, base color. All right. I had mentioned about the bush too. That's why I pretty much left this without any streaks. So I kind of centered myself to where to place Mr. Bush. Okay. All right. So we'll throw Mr. Bush in here. Let's get a little interesting tops going there with it, just like that. I'm really more interested in the top part of it. Get it fairly interesting looking. Go up here, and then we'll kind of. You know what? I forgot. I took the shape off like an idiot, but that's okay. I'll use this. This is fine. There. I'll just block that much out because I just want it to come off the panel. Just like that. And come around in here. Oh, we'll fill all of that in. We'll play around with the rest. Just like that. And cover all that up. Yeah, right up around here. Okay, and we're gonna play around with that. Actually, I want it higher here. Let's make it higher here, then come down like that. Play with that perspective like that. Okay, let's take. Obviously, that's the deepest, darkest color. No question. Let's take a medium color. We'll take a blue. Little touch of green in there, blue and green. Do that. Okay. All right, little blue, little green. Mash the brush up. This is why I go through brushes. You guys don't see what I'm doing. I forgot. Okay. Light side is around in here. You guys don't see much of it because, once again, it's fairly dark. Of course. I'm not getting rid of all of the darks, but yes, it is. It's fairly. This color is fairly dark, but it's gonna work for us than against us. Trust me. All right, just like that. We're gonna take a touch of white. We'll put it in there. Mash my brush half to death, and we'll add up here. Boom. Okay, just like that. Get a grouping, leave it alone. Go underneath it. Boom. See? Leave it alone. Let's do another one over here. Boom. Leave it be. Let's come over here. Okay. And leave it be. Just pop a couple in the middle there. Just like that. And leave it alone. Want to go a little brighter? We'll go a little brighter. Just a little brighter. The brighter it gets, the less of it you really need. All right. We'll put the bright stuff right here in this, like this. And we'll put a few right here. Right in here. Put a little cap right there. Let's go out this way. And let's have another one come out this way. Just like that. All right, so we got a bush there. All right, now I'm happy. Now we're good. Okay. All right. I do appreciate you guys coming by to watch this. Take this disturbance out of there. There. I know it took a little while to do it. But I'm actually, this is one of the few paintings I'm actually kind of happy with. I do thank Sonia for allowing me to swipe that screen capture and do this. Yeah. Once again, this is not the traditional wet on wet style. This is more traditional acrylic painting style. A little more architecturally accurate than some of the other paintings. But once again, I enjoyed the imagery. I liked what it looked like. The mill really caught my eye. The angle of it, the windows, all of it, it really caught my eye. So it's really fun to do. It was great. And I don't think I have anything else. You guys know you guys know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a photo of it. It will be I don't know if I'll have it be the new thumbnail or not, since I already have a thumbnail on there. I might just keep that thumbnail for part 2. I already did. I pre-done it, so maybe I'll just post it to Instagram and Facebook. I already have a thumbnail for this already pre-made. It's already on there right now as this video's going, so I don't think I have to really add that. Unless I just wanted to add the completed picture of it. What else? I think really that's it. It was great watching you guys and watching you interact with each other during the various live streams that was going on today. Thank you, Tamzart. I bet it is, DJ. I bet it is. It really had to take something to kind of catch my eye to do it. And when I seen it, it was funny because with your clip, I think it showed it on the thumbnail, actually, a bit of it. And then I looked at what you guys were up to at the park there. And then when it panned in the view, I'm like, I had to freeze it and get a good, nice, clear shot of it, and then did my little digital magic and got the screen capture and blew it up and all that other hacker stuff. But it was an excellent photo. So it's really cool. I do have a traceable of it, so I can do it again and again and again. But who knows what setting I would put it in? But you only put it in so many settings. It's they churn grain in it, so corn. So I've done tobacco sheds in all sorts of places. I did a barn with a freaking dinosaur in the field. I did all sorts of stupid things, craziness. And the dinosaur was colored like a cow too, a milk cow. Craziness, pure craziness. But I do enjoy doing them and everything. So I got this out of my system. It's totally dry also. That's one of the wonderful things about acrylic paint. It dries like that. I didn't need any glycerin. I showed you how to glaze with water, layer after layer after layer. You wouldn't even notice I used marker in it because it's a very thin marker. You just keep going over it, and it darkens what needs to be darkened. Okay, so it adds to the painting. It doesn't take away or it doesn't overpower the painting. All right. Building looks like it actually belongs in its setting. Showed you how to do the trees the way I've done them there with the little, act like you're doing cursive. Okay. 3 different colors, very dark, then you got medium, then you got your lighter colors. As you see, it's not super bright. Okay, because I don't want that to be the centerpiece. I wanted this to be the centerpiece. The only thing that's really bright like that are the bushes down here. All right. So you got variation in tones, and you got your center subject. You got your perspective aiming you toward your subject. Your subject's at an unusual angle to begin with. It's very striking. I try my best to stay true to what she looks like there. Took off the benches. The grass isn't crazy. More naturalistic looking painting, done with more traditional methods. My clouds are a little on the extreme side, but it's still very interesting up there. But nothing really takes away from this beautiful structure here. So I hope I succeeded in that. So, well, thank you, Tamzart. I do appreciate it. Linda, thank you. Appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up if you guys can. I gotta see my buddy Mike Trapp. He's on at 11 o'clock my time here. Mike Trapp, I've known for a few years. He's an incredible painter. He paints very large. He's extremely humorous. I'll type his name in there. He'll be on in about 20 minutes or so. I'll just put it here. Just put him in the YouTube, on the YouTube search. Okay. And he's an awesome guy. Let me tell you, he won't put you to sleep with that voice of his. He's quite a character, but he's very fun. Great guy. Very lively, very entertaining. And somebody's calling me, so All right, I shall let you guys go. I shall see you when I see you. Take care, guys. Let me get this phone. Hello. Not much. How are you? Not really, but I guess I will. It is. No, let me shut this thing off.